Greetings everyone, BJ Weller back with you for another adventure in American Truck Simulator 4, simulating reality. Let's see where we are at today. Check the map here. Vacation is over. Yes, we've had a wonderful time. It is late Saturday evening here, almost 11 o'clock in the evening here on Saturday. We are in Las Vegas. So we had a wonderful vacation, cruising around Powell's Trail here, visiting the Grand Canyon Village, and hanging out in the Grand Canyon for a few days. Nice rest, but it's time to put the nose to the grindstone. It's time to start expanding here. And expanding our empire and getting some more cash in the coffers here. So what we're going to do, we're going to move our operations now. Of course, we have our main garage here in Flagstaff, or I guess, main garage, because that's the one I operate out of in Flagstaff. And then, of course, we have our two ladies operating here out of Albuquerque in the New Mexico area. So it's time to expand. I think we're going to expand here in Nevada again. As we have learned, Oregon is on the way. Oregon's going to open up to the trucking industry sooner rather than later. So we want to make sure we have a base of operations up in this area close to Oregon, from which we can expand our operations into the new state when it becomes available for us to begin operating there legally. So we ended up here in Vegas after our vacation. Drove here to Vegas to sort of as the jumping off point to our exploration and work here in Vegas. And one thing here, there is a garage available here in Vegas, but we don't even have 500,000 in the bank yet. Now, I'm going to be operating out of the garage to begin with, so I don't really have to worry about hiring people or buying a new truck quite yet. I can work, I can get some jobs here in Nevada, work some jobs in Nevada to build up the cash fund for the hires and new trucks. But I'm thinking, so there's one in Vegas, which I mean is fairly close to Flagstaff, but it would be a good point here. I mean, Flagstaff and Albuquerque fairly close to each other. But really, I think there's one in Carson City too. But there's a few here that I recall in California. So I'm thinking California we're probably going to do two, since California is so big. We'll do one in the north, one in the south. So I'm thinking we're probably going to end up doing Sacramento, because that's pretty central to that region. Sacramento's got a lot of cities around Sacramento, so we should be able to get a lot of jobs out of there. And probably down here along the coast, Los Angeles, same thing. We should be able to cover a lot of ground out of Los Angeles. So if we're going to get something in Sacramento, once we eventually go to California, start working out of there, then either Reno or Carson City, doesn't really make sense to have a garage there, because then we don't have really any base of operations out in this area. And Elko's the only one, so it's Elko. I think it may be Reno. Doesn't matter. Either way, Reno or Carson City. So Elko, Reno, and Las Vegas, I think, are the three cities with garages in Nevada. So what makes the most sense to me is Elko, because then we're up here. It gives us a good jumping off point for whenever Idaho and Utah may open up as well. Of course, with Flagstaff, that gives us a way in there. But if we're in Elko, it gives us a good base of operations to cover any territory that may open for us up in this region anyway. Plus, it gives us good coverage up here for the rest of Nevada, really. And then Sacramento, could cover this part. But coming up out of Elko gives us, I think that's the best bet there. And as luck would have it here, we have an external contract, which I've already got here. Hold on a second. Let's get out of here. I found an external contractor, World of Trucks job that takes us from Vegas right into Elko. Pays $27,000. Not the best paying job that we could find here. but decent enough. And the most important thing, again, it gets us to Elko, gets us some discoverables, because there is, I think, a recruitment center and a truck dealer in Elko, so that'll be very convenient when we are ready to do some hiring and buy some trucks here. But yeah, we're going to take a haul of cars from Voltason here in Vegas up to Rail Export in Nevada. We are making $60 a mile, so it's not too bad. But again, you know, it's not the best paying job per mileage, but it is a fragile cargo, so we'll get a little bit of a bonus for that. So let's go ahead and rock and roll. First things first, though, we have 9% damage on our truck. Just the wear and tear from driving around quite a bit this past week. Gas is good, and I think we're good on rest. So I am here in the mechanic shop, so we're definitely going to get repaired first. And then we'll go ahead and pick up this job. There we go. Go ahead and make our repairs, get that done and out of the way so our truck is nice, happy and healthy for us. Let's see, water temp, distance, that's what we're worried about. So we've got 1,400 miles. We can go pretty much almost a full tank of gas, really. No, I'm not going to upgrade. No need to upgrade at this point. We just want to get a repair. So co-insurance is paying $1,400, so total repairs $26. Co-insurance paying $1,400. Or $1,400 is what we owe. Co-insurance paying 14%. It looks of it. Doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and get repair again. 9% tire wear, pretty much right there. Cabin wear, chassis. So yeah, a lot of work to fix up there. So let's get her done. Takes us down to 491, but that's good. That's all we need to do. Let's rock and roll here. Let's go get this job started. And we're good on rest. We're definitely good on rest here. I think. Yes, 12 hours before we need to rest. Okay. So let's go see what's going on with the dog. Okay, we're back after dealing with that situation, so let's rock and roll here. Oh, I guess I should check to make sure there. We're not going to run into anybody first, huh? Okay, we're good. Alright, gas good, so let's go. So we're 8 miles down the road. Okay, Vegas is a little large here. The lamps. Oh. Oh, we can go, let's go, getting's good. Hopefully there's nobody behind me because I'm moving lanes. Oh, we got some income from Monica. Nice, almost $3,000 there. Thank you, Monica. Gotta watch the speed here. didn't want to stop like that. Fire engine. Sorry, dude. We're not doing rides, Abs. Get back over our lane here, please. Thank you. Where is this place? Well, that's not what I need to do. Now let's go back in the cab because no, I can't see the navigation from there. Can I? No, of course not. Oh, time to go anyway. There we go. So we can see that navigation there. Of course, I gotta get in this lane. Like this is it up here. Yeah, there she is. Just waiting for us. Oh, dude. Almost ran him over. That's not good. Oh, yeah, we're a little off here. There we go. That's better. Oh, yeah, forward. Thank you. Took her up. Let's see what our estimated time of arrival is going to be here. 11:28. We should be there by 8 o'clock in the morning. All right. All right. It's time to go here. We're in good shape here. This light, thank you. A little piece of road to explore here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, of course, as soon as I come to a complete stop, the light wants to change. Alright, let's get on the road here. It's going to be an overnight journey. Nice dark trip through the desert here. You know what, I think we might go through a couple of towns too, so I'm gonna have to check the... Oh, hello, dude. Check the map here. I might reroute myself a little bit too. Once we get out of Vegas, let me get on the highway anyway.
Down, and down, and down, and down.
What's the matter, Abs?
I wanna get down.
Wanna get down? Are you gonna behave?
Yeah.
Alright. Get down, behave. There you go.
Can I touch the keyboard?
Yes, you can touch this keyboard. Here you go.
Bye.
There you go. You're quite welcome. Okay. Oh, we're going a little fast here. Let's just coast here. We're gonna have to get behind this guy here. Donuts. Alright, at least this guy will help me to maintain my pace a little bit here until we get out of town and on the highway and we can really open her up. You lead, I shall follow. So here we are. What is Nevada? The Silver State? I think Nevada's the Silver State because what is it? Arizona's the Copper State, if I recall the nicknames there. Alright, come on. When are we getting on the highway here? Need some travel. Something about lane shifting there. Not exactly sure what that was all about. Alright, here comes the highway anyway. But yeah, this... Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know if you signaled or not, but I didn't see it. This will be our first main trip here out into Nevada here. Obviously, we've visited Las Vegas, but we haven't really gone into Nevada for anything at this point. So this will be a nice trip right up the east side of Nevada here. Alright, maybe we aren't getting on the highway here, so you know what? This is going to be a good place to... okay, we're up to 70 now. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and save where we're at. So it's good to save some progress here. You know what? Let's save it here. Let's check the map here too. Let's see. Yeah, we're in, oh yeah, yeah, we're gonna see state route here. So yeah, no highway travel. Yeah, no highway travel at all. This is all State Route 93 all the way up. We will get on Interstate 80 here, going into Elko. That's good. I don't have to reroute in Elko because we are in our own truck. So once we drop the load off, I can explore Elko. So there it is. I thought there was... Okay, I guess there isn't a recruitment station here, but there's the dealership. And there's the garage. So we are going to go past Eli. We're going to go through Pioche. Looks like we... Oh, there ain't... Is there anything... Coastline Mining looks like to be the only thing in Pioche here. That should unlock Pioche. If not, I can just do this loop and loop back around. So that's fine. And that's it. Pioche and Ellie. So Ellie's going to be a little bit of an issue here because we'd have to go through and then backtrack unless we really want to go off course here and come up this way. We would still have to bypass Winnemucca. But if we want to do Ellie here, I think it's pronounced Ellie. No, I don't think it's Eli. I think it's Ellie, Nevada. It could be Eli, Nevada, though. It may be. I want to say maybe Eli, but if I want to do Eli, that's... Well... Choices, 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 because I could always pick something up from Elko anyway and get down into Ellie proper. Eli. I'm going to call it Eli. Or Ellie. I'm probably going to make it interchangeable. Alright, so this is going to be 8 hours. If I do this, that only adds 20 minutes to the journey. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll unlock Ellie there anyway. That'll be good. Because that only adds 20 minutes to the trip there. Plus traffic, so a little bit longer, but again, with the World of Trucks contract, we won't have to worry too much about time. We should have plenty of time to complete this job. Hello, car. Sorry, I had my brights on. Let me see when this is actually expected here. Throw the cruise on for a moment here while I check GPS. Right, yeah, so there is no time. In the World of Trucks contracts, there is no set time. We have 18 hours to complete the job. Yes, I'm sorry, I got my brights on. Okay, so that's good. Ooh, boy. Yeah, something tells me this road really isn't 70 miles an hour here. Or at least not for my ability to drive. Alright, we got some traffic here. I'm gonna have to watch here. See if we can at least get it up to 60. I'd like to be at least do 60, maybe 65. At least with this overnight trip, we shouldn't run into too many issues with traffic. Right now, the road seems fairly dead. And as I say that, we've got cars aplenty. It should be relatively uneventful here. I mean, we're not obviously going to be able to speed demon our way through like we can on the interstate. There shouldn't be too much going on these roads. It'll be a nice, easy trip here. Let's try to stay on the road, please. Thank you. I'm trying to think if besides Las Vegas, when I was out west, if I ever went through Nevada. I think it was just Vegas, because I think it might have just drove past Vegas and that was it. My way out here to Lake Havasu City. So for some reason on my road trip out here, that was close. Oh, there goes an airplane. Drove past Las Vegas. So I'd have to see how which way I came up. But I might have come in from the north. It would have been Interstate 70. I was coming from Colorado. I was coming from Colorado, so I'd have to check a map. So I might have come in from the north then. And that's what took me down to Vegas, and then right down the border there. A brief pass through California, as I recall, on our way to Lake Havasu City, which sits right on the border, as you recall from our previous videos. Not sure which one I mentioned Lake Havasu City, the one during our vacation trip video anyway. Dual video, I guess I could say. Boy, this guy is not moving fast at all here. What's going on up here? Lake Havasu. I point out where Lake Havasu City was, right there on the border. California kicks in a little bit like that. It'd be nice to get out here one day, see again, see the Painted Desert, Grand Canyon, Meteor Crater again. Show the kids, since they haven't been able to see any of that stuff yet. The farthest we've gone with the kids has been Delaware, which was last year. For Erin's cross country, and that was the first time she was actually out of the state of Pennsylvania, aside from going relatives, visiting the relatives in Jersey, of course, the grandparents who lived in Jersey and still live in Jersey. The in-laws have moved to Ohio. Oh, we're down to 30 now. That's what it is. All right, we must be passing something. What are we passing? That's a good question. Where are we here? We're passing a rest stop and fuel stations. That's all it is. So why are we doing 40 here, people? Oh, we might have to cut this trip down into 2 videos too. Oh, look. It's a Penny's. I haven't seen that before. Penny's. AKA Wendy's. Nice. We don't need to stop. We just want to keep on going here. So, what we got? We got less than 6.5 hours trip left here. We got 8 hours before we have to rest. So far we're making good time. So far we don't have to rest yet. But if we get delayed like that some more, then we're going to probably end up having to rest 30 minutes, maybe an hour before we reach our destination, which drives me absolutely nuts, because that happens more often than not. Yeah, nice trip to where I should be able to make it without the whole trip without resting, but then of course all the delays and traffic and speed limits slows us down enough to where, oh, we're past our rest point. Oh, but we're so close to the destination. So aggravating. If we, it'd be nice to be able to just to choose how long we rest. I think I've mentioned in the previous video that United States law, if you have a sleeper berth, as we do, you can actually break your rest period, your off-duty period, into 2 different sections. Now, the example that was given in the rule book, so to speak, was, you can take an 8-hour rest, get back on duty for another set number of hours, and take a 2-hour rest to get your 10 hours in. But that was the example. I don't know if it is you have to take 8 hours in your first break, or if you can break up, say do 4 hours and then 4 hours. I didn't really see any information specifically on how that was broken down. But it'd be nice to say, hey, we'll just take do our 2 hours first, finish the job, then we take 8 hours off duty. That'd be very nice. What do we got here? Anna. All right, Anna with $2,200. Thank you. I'll add in nicely. That covers our maintenance bill on the truck, and then some. So that's nice. I have to figure too. I was thinking today about how I want to work the trucks and the hired help. I don't know if I mentioned here in any of the American Truck videos. I may have mentioned this in one of my Euro Truck 2 videos. That the game plan here is to get another garage to where I would just store trucks in there to play with. Now in Euro Truck 2, I figured it'd be Metz, because that's within the stone's throw of my home base in Luxembourg. Here we would have to be Phoenix. Phoenix is the closest City with a garage to Flagstaff. What I would do is upgrade that to hold 5 trucks, and then I would just load that up with trucks, and I would operate out of both Flagstaff and Phoenix and just transfer myself between each two during the week. That way I can maintain productivity on both of them. What the hell was that, dude? Seriously? This bus is going... If I have to follow this bus all the way to Elko, I'll be highly irritated. Alright. We're coming into, what is it, Pioche here, I think? So we gotta turn off here anyway. Yep, Pioche. Excellent. Our second state, the Silver State. Yep, that's what it is. So, Steam Achievement, the Silver State. So this is the Silver State. But anyway, as I was saying, so that's sort of the ultimate plan there. Once the company starts making a ton of money, we really don't have to worry about money. I can just buy trucks, keep them in my garage, and drive whatever I feel like driving at any particular time. But for the other garages where I'm actually going to have the hired help working out of, I'm thinking of just leaving them as small three truck garages, and only having two workers, 2 drivers in each garage. And then leave the third bay open, so to speak. But I would have a truck in there, just a truck idle in there, and I would use that as my truck, because I did a test to where I transferred myself. I bought a truck, threw it in Albuquerque, and then I transferred myself from Flagstaff to Albuquerque, leaving my Kenworth I'm driving here in Flagstaff, and the transfer was instant. It didn't. It essentially says I'm working out of Albuquerque now. Now it did put me in the Albuquerque garage, but it advanced no time on the clock, so to speak. Whereas if I was to take the truck with me, transfer the truck and myself, time advances to the point where it says okay, the game figures how much time it takes you to drive there, and that's how long time advances. So the convenient part is that if I leave a truck in each garage that I own, and leave the driver's slot open, I can transfer to that garage as necessary in case it's not performing well, or I just feel like driving whatever truck I happen to leave there in that particular and working out of that particular area, and I won't lose any time transferring between garages, which I like. So I think that's my game plan. Now the question I have myself that I was thinking about today at work was what trucks should I leave in the garage? Now I have a Kenworth and a Peterbilt, both with sleeper cabins. They're not the high-end trucks, but the mid-range sleeper trucks. It's the Kenworth T680, and then the Peterbilt. I think it's the Peterbilt 579 that I have in Albuquerque that the girls are driving. Saying to myself, well, I would like to drive those trucks myself at this point. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should just pick up for the hired help, just the basic day cabs, or all the hired help that we hire for all our garages. Just pick them up, basic day cabs, be it Kenworth or Peterbilt. Let them drive that, and then save the fancy trucks, so to speak, for myself to drive when I get to those garages. So I may end up doing that. I may end up buying two day cabs for Monica and Anna, transferring and letting them drive those trucks, and taking the Peterbilts and the Kenworth T680 back for my own personal use. So I'm gonna have to figure out the logistics for that. But definitely, I think so. That's gonna take a bit of configuring how I'm going to do that without losing too much time. So I'm gonna have to plan that out for when they return to Albuquerque, I'm gonna have to plan the time out. That way they get back to Albuquerque. That way I don't lose any time transferring trucks. Monica with a 2400, nice. So I think that's what we're gonna do. But for Elko here, I'm definitely buying the day cabs. Now, of course, I'm going to drive day cabs too myself. So I'm going to have some day cabs. Now I think we got 4 different model trucks we can drive. 2 Kenworth, 2 Peterbilt. Now there's 3 different styles of each truck. You got your day cab, you got your mid-range sleeper, and you got your high-end sleeper for each model. So that's 3. So that's 12 different trucks. Okay, we discovered Ellie. Excellent. So oh man, you got to be kidding me! I wasn't going that fast over the speed limit either. You're killing me. All right, so good. We discovered Ellie, so I don't even have to go into Ellie. So that saves me time. So let's nope. Let's knock this off here. Let's get rid of that. So good. That saves us time. We've got Ellie discovered. Eli, whatever it's called. Freaking $1,000 for that, man. You've got to be kidding me. Friggin' cops. Killing me. Alright. So that's 12 different trucks we could potentially drive here. Now, of course, the biggest garage only holds 5 trucks. So I got to decide. Now, this Kenworth is probably going to stay in Flagstaff. I'm going to keep my my W900 in Flagstaff. So that leaves 11 trucks. Now I can fit 5 in Phoenix. So that leaves 6 trucks left to go. So 1 would be in Albuquerque. I think I can go. Let me see here. Nobody? Yeah. All right. I'm going to go. That's green anyway. So 1 in Albuquerque that leaves us 5 trucks to deal with. 1 in Elko, that's 4 trucks. Then 2 in California for the 2 garages there. So that still leaves us 2 trucks we don't have room for, because I don't want to upgrade Flagstaff. I kind of like although it'd be so much convenient for what I plan. It'd be very convenient for that. Now it's 70. I don't want to upgrade. I kind of like the idea of having that quaint little garage to myself. So we're going to leave it as is. So I mean, obviously the thing we can do here, upgrade the garage, upgrade all garages to the 5-car garages. We can hire as many, own every garage available in the game. Hire drivers for all the garages, and just make money hand over fist at that point. Let the AI, let my hired help earn all the cash. But I kind of don't want to do that. I kind of want to try to keep myself as relevant as possible. For sort of a almost role-playing purposes here. This is my company. I want to make sure I am still earning money for the company, and that really did. Yeah, I guess I could take her up a notch here. So we're only 3 hours out of town here, so not too bad. We actually made pretty good time. A lot better time than I expected. Only got the 1 speeding violation, which is sort of annoying, but of course I wasn't paying attention to the speed limit at that time. Tractor crossing. So, I mean, I guess most people who play these trucking sims, that's sort of what they do. Their goals are to own every garage, upgrade every garage, hire every single driver that the game allows them to own, which I think at this point is like 276, which of course we don't have to worry about an American truck right now. There's not nearly enough garage space to hit the max. In Euro Truck Simulator 2, I don't think I think with Italy now you can have more garages than you can hired help, I think is the problem right now. So they have to up the amount of hired help you can have. But I guess for a lot of people, that's their ultimate goal, and kind of stuff like that, to own everything, make just have the money rolling in. Well, I sort of don't want to do that. I sort of want to be able to flip back and forth between garages, keep a little bit of the strategy in the game, and a little bit of my relevance in the game by going out, helping out the garages that are running a little bit low on profitability and that kind of stuff. So, and just leave the garages small. Have an expanding trucking company. But not to where the economy is no longer relevant at all. I still want to try to play to where the economy of the game still maintains a little bit of relevance here. So it'll be interesting to see. With Oregon, it's about the size of New Mexico and Arizona. So more than likely, I'm only going to have one garage in Oregon as well. All right, we're turning up here. Oh boy, slow down, slow down, slow down. There we go. So that'll be nice to explore Oregon. We don't have a set release date for Oregon yet. So they finally just announced it is Oregon. So of course, when I started playing the game, New Mexico had just pretty much come out. Had just been released, or was New Mexico was already out by the time I created my profile and got in. I don't think when I had initially got the game, which I bought on the summer Steam sale. I think it was the summer Steam sale, or it may have been one of the Black Friday deal back in November. Either way, I got the game with a big simulation package bundle type deal, so I got a lot of simulation games with it. I don't think New Mexico was out at that particular point in time, so it may have been the summer sale, or just a random sale that just happened to bundle everything together. But by the time I got in here and started playing, New Mexico was out. So I don't know how long it was between the time they announced New Mexico was coming and by the time it released here. You gotta watch going over these tracks here. There we go. So I'm not sure what the time frame would be here before we see Oregon in the game. I'm hoping it's not too long, because again, if the ultimate plan, if the ultimate desire is to see at least the 48 continental states, we really need to see at least 4 states a year. Now I could say now on the East Coast we have now the states here on the West Coast and the central United States, pretty large states. So to create the whole state and the road systems and the cities, stuff like that, may take some doing. Now on the East Coast, we've got a lot of states, especially up in the Northeast, New Hampshire, Vermont, and all that kind of stuff. The states are a lot smaller. But there's a lot more roadways as well. So, smaller states, but a lot more urban. So I don't know whether it would be easier or not to do the smaller states, to do maybe 2 or 3 of the small states in one go, which of course would save time. Because there's still, a lot more road systems, a lot more urbanization there than there is here. So one state here or 2 states here in the West may not need a whole lot of work to get them done, where on the East Coast you're essentially looking at Europe at that point. The congestion and the density of the road system and stuff and cities that we have in Euro Truck Simulator too. So there'll be, at the end of the day, I think we need at least 4 states a year, if not more. I mean, ideally, probably 6 states a year would be a good time frame to get at least the continental United States done within a reasonable amount of time. Because let's face it, this game is 2 years old this year already, and we only have 4 states with a 5th one coming in those 2 years. So we're looking at, just over 2 states a year at this point. That's just not going to cut it if the ultimate goal and desire, really, which I think is a desire of a lot of people, to be able to drive all 50 states. Now, of course, Alaska and Hawaii are going to be special. Yeah, we got a speed drop here, so I got to watch. I wasn't going that fast anyway because of this guy. Alaska and Hawaii are going to be even more of a special concern in how are you going to reach out. Obviously, Hawaii is going to require either air travel, a cargo plane, or a boat, a ferry, to get to Hawaii. More than likely, I think the practical thing to do with Hawaii would be a cargo plane. You would have to take a cargo plane from California to get to Hawaii. Now, Alaska, you could build up a road system going through Canada, which would be interesting. So we would get part of Canada as well, if we were to add Alaska at some point to the game. Now, I know there are mods out there that already have a lot of the have Oregon, have Washington, have Canada in there. But again, they're mods. They, I don't know how developed they have been in the last couple of years. I know when Squirrel was doing his trucking diaries a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, whenever that was, the scenery was pretty sparse, and all the cities were essentially cut and paste from current cities. So it was really, we can bypass. Oh, at least we can bypass the way station. Thank God for that. Thank you. We're only 15 miles out anyway. So I don't know if they've been worked on any further than that or not. But again, like I may have mentioned this again in the Euro Truck Simulator 2 video, that I'm not big on mods or running mods. I kind of at least want to complete all the content of the games first without mods or any extensions. That's kind of how I've always enjoyed games, playing the vanilla release for good or bad, bugs and all. I mean, the only mods I would put in right now would be, okay, we got Elko, would be the paint job mods, and of course the company logo mod that I currently have for the management screen. Stuff like that. I mean, I did subscribe to the Volvo mod here, and I did turn it on just to see what it would change, or what it did change, stuff like that. But at some point I do want to play with that mod. I do want to get a Volvo, but that won't be till pretty much we get everything else in the game done, and we're squared away. Because the one thing I'm worried about, compatibility with game updates and kind of stuff like that. I appreciate the modding scene for any game, modding scene in general. Like I appreciate the indie development scene, but in terms of using mods for myself, sometimes it can be more of a headache than anything, no matter how much they enhance the game. Because again, they're mods. They're unsupported by the game developers. Now, when a game... Oh, man, we missed a slide. Now, while a game is in development, that's kind of problematic. Now, if a game stops development, that's one thing. You don't have to worry about an update to the game breaking your mods or something incompatible breaking the game entirely. I don't have enough time to deal with issues like that. I barely have enough time to do these videos and stuff in one sitting. A lot of the videos I do here are actually, dude. All right. Seriously? A lot of the videos I do here, they may only be 30 minutes to an hour, but I actually end up having to do them over the course of 2 or 3 days, just because I don't have the time to sit down and do 30 to 60 minutes in a single in the free time that I have to do them. So to throw on top of that a problematic mod or an incompatibility with a game update and then try to sort that out, yeah, no. I just don't have the time or the patience for that. So our mod use in these games are gonna be fairly limited for the mods we end up using here. All right, we have made it. Yeah, no, not too bad. So that's only about an hour journey altogether. Nice, very enjoyable. Good. All right, so let's see where we're gonna park this puppy. Let's see here. Oh, right here. Okay, so it's one of those. Let me see something here. Yeah, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. We've got trailers here, but I shouldn't have too much problem doing this parking job here. All right, so it's essentially we're just backing right in here. So I think I should be able to pull right up in here. Just gotta watch this pole here. Squeeze in between the pole and this trailer here. Okay, so oh, all right. Let me do this. All right, I think I can do this way. Let's try this way first. I'm not really gonna have enough space to straighten this guy out here. Yeah, this may not work as well as I had hoped. If I can just turn her in here. At least we've got nothing on our left-hand side here. If I can just get her... I just got to watch my nose up here. There we go. Alright, I've cleared that trailer ahead of me. That's right, directly in front of me. Should be able to pull her in now. I think if I just straighten her out now, I think I should be able to straighten her out fairly decently here. That's the problem there. That's a double trailer. That didn't work out as well as I had hoped here. Alright, let's cut her back. Yeah, this isn't going as well as I would have hoped. Alright, come on. We'll get it though, we'll get it. I'm almost there. There we go. Do it this way. We're going to bump a little bit there, but that's okay. Nope. Just nudge it over enough to where I can just pull straight forward. There we go. Alright. There we go. Oh, wow, it took that. I should make an attempt to straighten it out, but you know what? If it wants to take that one, we'll take it. We will take that one in a heartbeat. Alright, let's see here. So we did get one speeding ticket for $1,000, so that cut into the profits just a little bit there. Pretty much knocked down our long distance delivery bonus. It was pretty much all it did. But it's still all in all not bad. Got us to level 22. Excellent. So that's going to be another decision too. What the heck are we going to do with the skill points? So good. We're up to level 22, so we got the fragile bonus, very nice, $5 grand for that, which is nice. Proficiency bonus for level 21. Our base reward here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So good. That gives us a good chunk of change for buying this garage here. Skill points. I'm gonna have to think about this, so we're gonna wait on that. I'm gonna have to really think, because what I'm doing right now is sort of matching my skill points between Euro Truck and American Truck. I'm trying to keep myself within the same level range. So we're level 22 here, and we're level 22 in Euro Truck Simulator. And the same time frame in game. So Saturday, so we're on the same weekend here for both games, and so I'm leveling up, putting the points and the skills in the same, to be identical between the two games. So I'm gonna really have to make a decision, because with Euro Truck Simulator 2, gas is a lot more expensive, and I'm sort of seriously debating now that we're going to be doing longer jobs there. So it's basically hubcaps is all we get here. We're going to be doing longer jobs, so having a reduction in gas costs it might come in pretty handy. Whereas gas isn't as expensive here, so I've got to decide whether here is where we start splitting off where my skill points are going, and really where I want to put these points at. But in the meantime, thanks for watching this episode, everybody. We'll be back again soon, where we're going to buy our garage right here in Elko. We're going to explore Elko a little bit, unlock that dealership, spend that skill point, and maybe, just maybe, take a job or two as well. We'll see how things go. In the meantime, thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, this is BJ Waller saying I will see you in game and on the roads.